Full disclosure, news and commentary number 35, 35, 35, 35, 35. Yeah. Hope everybody's Thanksgiving was good, except for the people I don't give a fuck about. Yeah. So we're at 35. It's Wednesday. Our commentary is about most of the people in Georgia wrestling having a fear of failure and how they are going to need to overcome that here at the end of the year and next year and from now on, or they ain't going to be shit. We're going positive. We're going positive. Patreon people, you fucking rule. Brian, you rule. Diana, you rule. Eric, Hold My Beer. Hanson, Josh, Larry, Logan, Malone. Larry, by the way, not that one, the other one. Georgia Indie Report, Robert. Do what you say or don't. Southern Honor, Double Drop Kick, and the OG Myron. Can't front on that. We have an unboxing. In fact, I have a lot of unboxings. A whole fucking lot. So I need to get on it. And I need to do some more videos. And I need to do a P-list. Possibly 2. Maybe 3. Now I've said it out loud. Now I'm forced to do it. It's going to be an interesting fucking end of the year. We are in December. By the way, the news item is that we're taking nominations for the Georgia Wrestling History Awards. Get them in. People are already asking me questions about it. I don't know fucking shit about. Just get your fucking nominations in. You can nominate as many people as you want for each category. Nobody sees it except for fucking Larry and whoever. So like, this is not your chance to suck dick and fucking kiss ass. Just nominate the people for each award that you think should be nominated. Easy peasy, right? Let's unbox. Christmas, come check out my wish list. The fuck? Okay. Now, you may see this backwards because of the way the fucking webcam works. Oh, fuck me. It's The Cure. Right? Sorry, it took me a minute. Monday, you could fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Thursday doesn't even start. It's Friday. I'm in love. Yay! Holy shit. I don't know who sent this to me, but I suspect it's somebody I went to high school with. Because I've run into a lot of those people lately, both online and in person for some reason. So maybe somebody was doing, I don't know. Fucking rules. Let me put it on. Yeah. I don't care if Monday's blue, Tuesday's gray, and Wednesday too. Thursday, I don't care about you. It's Friday. I'm in love. Monday, you could fall apart. Tuesday, Wednesday, break my heart. Thursday doesn't even start. It's Friday. I'm in love. Dope as fuck. Unexpected. Thank you. It's fucking awesome. And we're going to get our first international, apparently, sent to Stephen Platinum. I'm looking forward. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm picking up at the post office. Apparently, it's a package from Korea. The fuck? And I don't think you know who it's from. I think you might know who it's from, but it's not. It's from somebody else. So that's exciting too. Let's get into it. Renegade saying 73. Did they get 73? Renegade, you're going to need to put up a picture of your fucking crowd from now on. Because when somebody went to the show, you got 33. But your numbers are low-key climbing. I'm going to need to see a fucking picture of the show. Or somebody I trust to count that crowd. Don't fucking lie. Am I saying they're lying? Not necessarily, but probably. Stop fucking lying. If you're not lying, prove you're not lying. Easy peasy. APW. They're creeping up. They're at 93, which I tend to believe because they do their shows on Friday. I'm in love. And so that means they took advantage of the day after Thanksgiving. People don't have a whole lot to fucking do. And they bring out-of-town family. I always love doing shows on the Friday after Thanksgiving at PCW. It was always an interesting crowd. And always one where in the back of my mind I would think, all right, we have people here. We have an older crowd. We have people that haven't seen PCW before. I should tone it down and not. No, that's when I did the craziest shit. Of course, that's when I did the craziest shit. Fuck them. Wrestling United. Hoy. 75. Good. Larry tells me, he didn't get the report up yet, but that AWE had 125 again. Good for them. They had a couple of no-shows, but then they had the person who needed to show up the most show up, and the crowd was fucking cool about it, and apparently ACH put over somebody who unexpectedly, and holy shit. Yeah. Southern Fried, though, that's the big story from last weekend. Logan Creed is their champion, and he's also Southern Honors champion. They had a great show. So now the stage is set for this weekend, motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. Tournament worked. By the way, the APW show, as a side note, Ashworth continued his losing ways, but this time it's because he turned on his tag team partner, Jeremy Vane. So I would assume he is a full-fledged heel there in APW. Will Ashworth make a convincing heel? Let me look at my Magic 8 ball. Signs point to yes. Moving on. So Southern Fried did great. Action Wrestling. December 6th. Well, first, face to face. Oh, baby, face to face. Whose cards look really good, actually, even if I hate your fucking show's name. Face to face. Can somebody explain to me why they're called face to face? If there's a great story behind it, they should get that story out there, and the easiest way is to tell me, and I will motherfucking put it out there. Face to face? It's such shit, and I know people go like, Steve, why do you harp on this shit? Why do you harp on the fact that fucking pro wrestling circuit, ooh, I did this weight, and then I did this machine. Oh, why do you hate that name, and you don't like Spine Buster, and wah, Steve? Motherfuckers, I'm helping you. Now, if there's a fucking great story behind the name, and I know the pro wrestling circuit reason, it's like, we had a bunch of shit, and we kind of picked the best one. Rant. Well, how'd you come up with Platinum Championship Wrestling, dickhead? Here's the story. I was going to call it the Phoenix Wrestling Alliance, because I had this idea that I was going to franchise that fucking thing. I had all these visions, right? Like anybody who runs a thing has some kind of vision, and that was my vision. I was going to franchise, I was going to make it big, and I was going to open the school. I was going to build a promotion around the school students at the school, and then other people were going to want to do it. So I'm going to name it Phoenix because I had come to Atlanta in 2001 in the wake of WCW collapsing. So we were going to be like wrestling rising from the ashes. And then somebody pointed out, after I already had like logos made and everything looked fucking great and website and all that shit, that Phoenix is the name of a major city in Arizona where I'd been many times. So I went, Oh, yeah, that doesn't make sense to name your shit when it could sound like a city in a different state. And I didn't want the shit to sound too regional. Do you hear me? Promotions in Georgia with aspirations to be something more. I didn't want to name my shit something that sounded too regional or it came loaded. But I already had the logo done, PWA. And it looked fucking great. It was like shiny chrome and all this shit. So instead of just racking my brain, I looked for inspiration. Something that people who are in creative fields in wrestling should do. Look to others. Yeah. Gunnar Miller had a great video where he talked about why he did the jackhammer and the spear. Though his reasoning I didn't really like, because he said, well, I looked for people who were like me, who were like ex-football guys or whatever, in football tradition, and looked at the moves that they did, and I just merely did it. And inadvertently, he let it slip, right? He was just like Goldberg and The Rock, who does none of those moves. And in fact, is the biggest star out of all of them because precisely he went a completely different direction. I think there's a lesson there, too, that he can learn. By the way, I'm excited about him wrestling. And he's done a great job promoting it. Side rant of the rant. So rant number 2. There's been this lot of discussion, and there has been for a long time, about promoters going like, oh, wrestlers need to share flyers. And my thing has always been, like, promoters fucking stay in your lane and you're fucking promoting, and you can't sit there and bitch and moan about other guys carrying your fucking water, right? But I will say this, for the boys and the girls, you don't see the opportunity, and that's the part that annoys me. If we're in a state, and we are, both physical state of Georgia and state in wrestling, where guys don't promote themselves as well as they could when it's easier than it has ever been to promote, it is an opportunity for you to rise and to defeat everybody and to get the spot by being the guy who promotes like fucking crazy. Are you cranking out a promo at least twice a week publicly? No. Nobody is, except for Gunnar Miller. Are you the person who's sharing the flyers and the promotional material of other people for the shows that you are going to be on? No, I don't see anybody else doing that, except for Hold My Beer Hansen. Those two alone. Think about that. Gunnar Miller and Hold My Fucking Beer Hansen doing stuff that everybody could do, yet nobody is. You can wear the minimum amount of flair, but if you want to wear more, and we encourage that, so what you're saying is I got to wear more flair, Steve? I got to have more flair? You've got the minimum, but if you wanted to do more, so more flair then. Why are you motherfuckers Jennifer Aniston in Office Space? Motherfucking wear more flair, you fucking dickheads. Wear more fucking flair. Put out promos. But what if they suck? It will have the same effect if you put none out. Why am I fucking explaining this basic shit to fucking... Then again, I did structure of a match thinking nobody would get anything out of it. And guys who are fucking prominent in the fucking top 10 messaged me and like, holy shit, no one ever explained a fucking structure of a match to me. So that's where we are. So let me explain this to you. If in this day and age, where all you have to do is turn on your fucking phone, cut a promo, and then throw it online, and it takes minutes, if not seconds, and you're not doing it, you are fucking failing. If you're not sharing the posters, you're doing yourself a disservice. Fuckers, it's not even about promoting the shows that you're on. Yes, all that shit's true. But you're missing the boat. You're making the perception about you bad. how many guys are there talking about their match coming up? Sugar Dunkerton is, because he's wrestling Alex Shelley, so he's fucking excited, and rightfully so. But I don't see him doing it all the time, but he's doing it more than most. I see Joe Black talk about his shit. I see William Huckabee talk about his shit because they banter at each other, which probably helps a lot and encourages them to do it more. But the fact is they're doing it. Gunnar Miller's doing it. Hold My Beer Hansen's doing it. And I don't see motherfucking anybody else. And I have so many fucking dickhead wrestlers on my fucking feed again, which I am pissed about. Rant number 3, side rant of rant number 1 and rant number 2. Fuck. I got to a place in my life where I was really happy. You know why? Because I was slowly weeding wrestling people out of my fucking Facebook feed. And so all of a sudden, the intelligence quotient of my feed went way fucking up. Because I didn't have to see their wrestling shit. And I certainly didn't have to see wrestlers' opinions on politics and shit like that. Because for the most part, you motherfuckers are idiots. However, as I got into doing these videos again, I felt obligated. And people would ask to friend me, so I would friend them. And certain notable people, I went out of my way to get a hold of them. Fuckers. My Facebook feed should be filled with promotion. And I see Bill Barron's promoting the guys that he is helping. And I see them subsequently promoting as well. At no doubt Bill's behest. Bill should not have to behest anybody. Promote your shit. Cut fucking promos. Put them on the line. Worst case scenario, nobody really watches them. But you know what? People will watch them. For fuck's sake. Why does somebody have to fucking tell you this? Get off your fucking ass. Write down what you're going to do today. And then fucking knock out your list. You lazy sacks of shit. Going back. So I was PWA. And I needed inspiration. So I looked through Creative Loafing. Free weekly paper in Atlanta at that time. I think they're still around, but they're not nearly as prominent as they were at this time. So I'm looking through and I see, because it's Atlanta in the fucking bling era, 2001... platinum this and platinum that and platinum stereos and platinum car dealership and platinum. And I went, oh, chrome logo, Platinum Wrestling Alliance. And then when it came time to name the weekly shows at WWA4, where I ran that place, you didn't know that? You don't know shit then. And I wanted to do weekly shows. But we didn't want to call the weekly shows WWA4 because that sounds like fucking dippity-doo dog shit, does it not? How the fuck have they not renamed that shit? People wonder, do they still do the free shows? You know why they don't know? Because the name of them is WWA4, and that does not stick in the mind at all, in spite of the fact that the guy Frank Aldridge named it WWA4 because WW is associated with wrestling, and he wanted to name it WWA because that's the first letter, so it would come up in a search, because he has Google mastered, as Frank used to love to say. But WWA was taken, and WWA 1 was taken, and WWA 2 was taken, and WWA 3 was taken. But what was the first one that was open? WWA 4. That's the real fucking story. And people at WWA 4 probably didn't even know that's the reason. Yes, it's because the guy who opened and founded that school was a fucking old, dumb fucking man. Yeah, I'm teaching you shit. Face to Face, December 7th. But what are the other shows that are happening? PCW on the Friday, along with Southern Honor. Southern Fried is doing a show. Action Wrestling is doing a show. Folks, this is low-key the most vital weekend. You can't even believe how vital this is, because this is the last show that's going to stick in everybody's mind for the voting. Action, Southern Fried, Southern Honor. PCW making their comeback, continuing that. Face to Face. It's fucking big. It's fucking big. Dylan versus Todd for Booker. Brock versus Hankins, manager. Action, Southern Honor, Southern Fried for promotion. And Booker. And promoter. AC Max, the champ for Action. Logan Creed is the champ for Southern Honor and Southern Fried. Big shit happening. Most of the tag teams of the year are going to be present in one of those shows. So here's a question. If I'm talking about this as a low-key vital weekend, Action, Southern Honor, Southern Fried, those are the top 3 promotions, right? Along with Viral. I think Viral might be doing a show as well. But again, if you don't get your shit to Georgia wrestling history, I am generally not going to talk about it because I don't go out of my way. And if you're a promotion that is not sending your shit into Georgia wrestling history, then you are failing as well, and you need to write shit on a list and get that done. Yet another rant. Fucking rant-filled motherfucking shit. Friday, I'm in love. If you are not on one of those shows, Southern Fried, Southern Honor, or Action, and you consider yourself a top talent in the state of Georgia, then likely you are wrong. Ouch. Is that me hitting you in the face with the reality dick? Whoosh! If you are not on Action, Southern Honor, or Southern Fried, there is a good chance you are not one of the top people in the state in what you do. I will concede that if you are at Face to Face or PCW, you are possibly still in the running because you're busy doing those shows and you're not doing the others. Okay. But if you're not wrestling for anybody this weekend, safe to say you're probably not one of the top. Harsh, but fucking true. Make a list. Get your list done. Can be short term, can be long term. Get your shit done. Commentary. And it segues nicely from what I was just talking about. The awards inspire in a lot of things. Inspire some people to really go for and promote themselves, something that you should have been doing all year long. But cramming for a test is legitimate. If school taught us nothing else, it's that some people do the steady work and then reap the fruits of their labor. And test time is more of an example of just, okay, now I get to show what I know. And then there's those that cram for the fucking test. But that doesn't mean that they won't achieve success as well. We're in award season. And inevitably, there's people who are going to shit on the awards and attempt to say how they don't matter and how they don't represent certain groups, even though everybody now gets to be part of the nomination process in some way, shape, or form, so there's no excuse. I really feel like these people should be represented. I really feel like I should be up for an award. Then you have the power to do it, write it down, get it on a list, and get it done. But I was thinking about what is the award hate really about? And it's the fear of failure. This is going to be me being fucking brutally honest for 5 to 10 minutes. It's hard to set goals. In the sense that if you fail to achieve your goal, if you fail to reach what you say, you risk that feeling of failure. When Todd says, I want 300, because they had 275 at last year's Thanksgiving show, and they only get 225, inevitably, that points to the fact that they are disappointed at Southern Fried. Oh, well, they set the bar at 300. When Matt Griffin, when Action was first starting, first wanted to set the bar very low, but then set it much higher. Guess what the fuck happened? He found a way to make it happen. And he hit his goal. And now we're discussing them in what I'm calling the most low-key vital weekend of the year. They're in the discussion. Could anybody have predicted that Action would have been in the discussion at the end of the year? The answer is no. Possibly not even themselves, if they're being honest. But here they are. Because they set the fucking target high and they hit it. I'm going to work out. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Sorry, I'm going to fucking brag on myself. I fucking put my workouts every day. I don't do that for you. Though it has inspired people to want to work out, and that's wonderful. I'm not going to lie and say I did it for anybody else. I did it for me. So I'd be forced to put my workouts up there. So I'd be forced to fucking do them. And so I could look at them and go like, look at me. I'm at day 100 and whatever the fuck. It's wonderful. And I can see the effects. I can see the effects on my body, and that's wonderful. But I also had a risk failure. I'm going to put this shit up, and if I didn't really do it, I'm going to feel like ass, so I need to sit down and fucking do it right now. I need to knock out these prison push-ups. I need to go grab a jump rope. I need to go do whatever. I need to go jump into a pool and fucking swim, even though it's goddamn 50 degrees here in Florida. I need to. Good. Set the crowd expectations and try to meet them. But the awards, if you, once these awards happen, you know what should be the busiest day for you as a wrestler or a wrestling person in the state of Georgia? The next day. Because you should be setting your list and your goals for the year. You don't have to do them on January 1st. Because statistically, we've seen what that does. But the day after the Georgia Wrestling History Awards, this is what you should do. And this goes for everybody. Everybody! One of your goals should be, I want to win or want to be nominated for the awards that apply to you. Are you in a tag team? You should want to win tag team or stable. Are you a great performer? Then you should want to win male performer. Are you a female talent? Then you should want to win that female talent award. You should want to win wrestler of the year. You should want your promotion to win promotion of the year. You should want to be promoter of the year. Are you just going to acquiesce to Gary Lamb next year? Are you just going to acquiesce to Gary Lamb? He's going to win this year because he fucking deserves it. But are you going to acquiesce to him next year? I bet you are. But you shouldn't. Let me point something out to you fuckers. Two years ago, 2017, most improved wrestler, Logan Creed. Now, I didn't know that Logan Creed had wrestled years before that. But 2017 is when he started taking the shit seriously. He was wrestling Gunnar Miller in a series of great matches for he and Gunnar. By the way, the year that he was most improved wrestler, who was wrestler of the year? Oh my gosh. I already know the answer, but of course I have to look like I'm looking. It's Gunnar Miller. But 2017, Logan Creed, after wrestling for years in relative obscurity and looking very different than he does now, won most improved. Who won overall wrestler in 2018, the year after that? Logan Creed. So he went from 2017 being most improved after years of toiling and obscurity. 2018, he wins Wrestler of the Year and really begins to work on his body. And 2019, he holds the title of the 2 top promotions, or it's certainly two out of the 3. He gets real money to wrestle for a major promotion. That's real. He promotes himself relentlessly, including having the best pictures of anybody, constantly put online, constantly putting promos online. What the fuck more incentive do you need? How many Leo Rushes have to come by that relentlessly self-promote, work on their bodies constantly, and find their way in spite of their size, and continue to be relevant even after controversies come up and people shit on him, but he keeps his job and he keeps plowing ahead and he does it in his own way? Isn't that what you want? Then why aren't you fucking following in the path that they blazed? Well, I want to blaze my own path. The path of doing jack shit? That's well-worn territory, guys. Yeah, you want to do it your own way? Then fucking do it, but do something. Set the awards as a goal. But do you think that fucking Brock and Matt Hankins aren't competing with each other? Are you fucking high? What 2 managers have put out more shit than them? Nobody. That's why we don't talk about any other managers up for those awards. Set the goal and get it. What if Brock doesn't win? Well, he fucking tried, didn't he? What if Hankins doesn't win? A travesty. But he fucking certainly tried. Jeff G had a lock on that award. Because he always made sure he was doing the best shit. He was always making sure he was working for the promotions that mattered. And he always pushed himself. He won when there was genuine fucking competition. He was heavyweight champion in that shit when you were up against guys like Dan, Miss Rachel, managers that fucking were making a huge splash. But Jeff still won. Because for him, winning those awards was fucking everything. And the year that he lost to Charlie Cash was seen as a fucking travesty. A true travesty. And the year that he tied with Bill, I'm sure he was pissed about it. You gotta fucking want it. And you gotta risk fucking failure. You do it as a sports fan, right? If you commit to a team, there's a really good chance that team is not going to win the fucking Super Bowl. So you'll bank your emotional chips on a fucking sports team that you have no influence and control over, but not on yourself? The fuck? Stop having a fucking fear of failure. Start setting legitimate fucking goals and working towards attaining them and sacrificing to get there. Feud of the year. This year it kind of snuck up on people. They didn't know we were going to have that award. But who are the ones who are up for it? Huck and Joe. Hollis and Creed. Tons of great fucking feuds. AC Mack, Allen Angels. But next year, is the fact that there's an award for it and people are going to know that, is that going to change how they're going to promote their own fucking feud? I hope it does. Now that the awards are truly a big deal again, and people are going to go for them, you're going to get 2 types of reactions to that. Well, fuck it, I'm going to get it next year, and I'm going to work towards getting it next year. By the way, subtly ingrained in this is the journey is the reward, motherfucker. If you go for it and you don't win, of course that will be disappointing. But better to be disappointed than to never have aspirations at all. Better to, I'll give you a weird side example. Curry Kid, shit gimmick. Zombie Dragon, great gimmick. But he was one of these bitter fucks who always fucking wrote about women and how women were fucking terrible and da 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 da. By the way, if you're one of those motherfuckers, fucking cut your own dick off and get out of everybody else's way, please. You're fucking pathetic and we hate you. But he would complain and whine about women and women and women and women and women and never take ownership over any of that shit, right? It's women, these fucking women. He goes to fucking China, runs his wrestling thing, kicks ass. He's still kicking ass. He's doing great. Very proud of him. Very happy for him, right? But he meets somebody over there. And at first his reaction is like, she's great. And see, this is how women should be. And then he checks himself all the time. And he goes like, fuck. It's amazing what being happy can do. It's amazing what being pleased can do. And I would venture to say that he's a better person and much more open to receiving a person of quality. And they are true partners for each other. Once he stopped bitching and allowed himself to risk failure. Instead of rejecting everybody out of hand, rejecting them before they can reject you. It is the ultimate weak move. Fear of failure is about an inability to risk being vulnerable. You have to risk being vulnerable. You have to put out promos. And yes, people may tear them apart. Oh well. You think people don't try to contact me constantly? You think Brian Titus, because I did some kind of fucking thing, he talked shit on me, so I fucking talked shit on him on this other thing, and now he tried to call me like 6 or 7 fucking times. Why didn't I not pick it up? Because fuck him. That's the truth. I got fucking goals and I'm trying to reach them. And I'm not trying. And you know what? A lot of my fucking goals are, they're not getting twisted up in people's bullshit. You fucking did a meme about me, whatever the fuck your name was. So I tore you apart in a video and then you messaged me. I've never read it. Because fuck you. I got shit to do. What is the shit you're trying to do? What are you going to risk? How are you going to be vulnerable? What is your list going to look like? And what are you willing to sacrifice to make that fucking list happen? And if you're not doing it, guess what? Somebody else is. And they're going to beat you. And if you're comfortable with allowing that to happen, then you ain't shit. This has been Full Disclosure.